Hi, everybody. Today we're going to learn a little bit more about Pixlr, which is a website or web app that is used to do photo editing. And one of the reasons I like to use Pixlr is because it's really similar to Photoshop. And when I was initially learning how to do photo editing, I would use Photoshop Elements quite a bit. And so I wanted something very similar to that. And the nice thing about Pixlr is it is free for use. You can sign up and have a login and create an account that's still a free one, or you could get a paid account. I haven't found any specific benefits to signing up for a free account or just using it as a guest. So we're going to stick with a free account. And so we're going to use Pixlr E, which is the more advanced Pixlr editor. I've already had some projects in here, so that's what we're seeing now. But we're going to pretend that haven't done anything. And so we are going to open up a brand new image and start creating from scratch, just the same as you guys would be doing if you've never used it before. And so we will go ahead and open up an image to work with. And basically what we're going to be doing today is taking a part of one image and putting it over top of another to add the two together. So I'll open the image of me at the whiteboard, and you can see it's a decent sized picture. And what we're going to try to accomplish is taking me out of this picture and then putting me on some other kind of background where it looks like I'm writing or drawing or doing whatever, since I have a marker in my hand from this original picture here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have to use a variety of tools and things like that in order to be able to do that. And so as we think about the process here, there's a menu bar across the top that has a few things in it, and then there's the tools on the left side. And so right now I'm using a move tool or an arrange tool, which allows you to move things around on the screen. If I put my mouse over it, you can see it's called arrange. That's one way to move it. I want you to think of these as pieces of paper. And so you could move a piece of paper around on top of another one. Now, the next one I just clicked on is the marquee tool. And then I just clicked the lasso tool. And that's the tool we're going to be using to just draw a bubble around me that we can copy and paste. And then this one is a wand tool, which will select things that are similar on the screen and make it easier to delete some of those things out. So overall, when we take me out of this picture and add it onto a background, we're going to have to do some touch-ups and things like that. But let's go ahead and get a picture of me or another picture to paste me onto. Let's go with a Throwback Thursday one here. And so then we're going to make it look like the marker that I have in my hand is writing Throwback Thursday on the screen for us. And we got a pretty decent picture size as well here. They're both pretty similar in size. So when we take me out of the one and put it onto the other, it should be about the same size. And then we're going to use the lasso tool, and we're just going to draw a bubble around. I'll get rid of this ad here. We're going to draw a bubble around me, and then that way we can copy what's selected in that bubble and then paste it onto the other page. So that way we're not ruining this picture of me, and we're not ruining the background picture that we have either. So we draw the bubble around, and now we can go up to edit and copy it. And like I said, that way we don't ruin this picture, and we have the picture of me for any projects that we want to do later on down the road as well. So we'll go ahead and copy it. And then we'll go over to our other picture, the background. And now we can go up to edit and paste it in. And you can see size-wise, it's about the same. We could change the size if we want to. If I use this move tool, I can slide it over. You can see there's little boxes around the edges that we could use to resize. Otherwise, there is a feature under edit as well called free transform. And the free transform will also let you resize things. So I can either grab these handles and do it, or go up to edit and do free transform. And it will still put handles back on there so I can resize things. And then when we get it in place where we want it, we say, yes, we want to accept those changes. And now it's a matter of taking out the extra background that we don't need in the picture. And the easiest way to do that to start off with is to use the wand tool. The wand will select things that are similar, so colors and things like that. Oops, right now I accidentally still have the background image selected. So you can see my layers box over here. I need to switch to my actual image. And then with that selection process going on, those dancing ants that are on the screen, we need to get rid of those. We need to go up to select and deselect, take those away. And now we can use our wand tool to go ahead and click on some of the excess background from my original picture to take it out. So we just go ahead and click it and it'll select an area. And then we can hit delete or backspace on our keyboard to delete that out. And once we do a certain area, we can click the next one. And once again, it's just looking for similarities in that picture and highlighting those, and then lets us delete them. And sometimes you have to really fine tune it and click on certain parts of the area because some of the colors might be a little different than the others. And then you also have to be careful. You don't want it to accidentally take part of the picture that you want. Like on my head here, I don't want that to get accidentally erased either. So pay attention as you're selecting things with your wand tool. And then from there, you might have to touch things up with an eraser tool. In this case, I'm using the heal tool really quick here because we could potentially blend some of these things in. And so some of the darker marks, we could blend them into the yellow or the white, and we'll heal the picture because it thinks it's a blemish. And so that would make it go away. But if we can't do the healing process and make everything go away, the next most effective thing would be to use the eraser tool, which is also on the toolbar. It's way over towards the left side, towards the bottom. And obviously, you guys understand what an eraser is. It just erases things out. The one thing about the eraser is you have to make sure that there's no dancing ants or no selection on the screen. Otherwise, it won't allow you to erase anything. So you just want to double check and make sure there's nothing there. If there is, go up to select and say deselect. And then that way it'll get rid of any of the things that you may have selected on the screen. Even if it's the smallest little area, it won't make a difference. It still won't let you erase those things until you get rid of those spots on the screen. So you want to make sure you deselect everything to take that all off.